Hi, this is Love and Sparkles, and I am doing a whip and chat. So, welcome, welcome, one and all. Thank you for coming back if you're just now coming back. Thank you for being here if you're just coming. Let me get my glasses. I might need them. And I might need my diamond pen and my tray. Those are a must. Let me get all this stuff here. Okay. Since I'm working on my lap, on a light board. Yes, this is a light board. But it's like a table. And so I work on my table. I'm using my TJ, let me see if I can get it here. My TJ pen. I have a couple of cup reminders here that I have made. I'll get them out of here. Dragon. My NYX Cylon Waters. Cyan, not Cylon. Waters tray. And then I'm going to do this little area right up here. Alright. And I am working on the Druid, and I am working on my NYX Fantasy, the Phoenix Fantasy event. Number 30 is okay. And I'm working out of Elizabeth Ward, so I gotta get kind of used to those again. I haven't worked in my Elizabeth Wards in a long time. And it took 2 complete Elizabeth Wards to get him up. Because he's a big old boy. You know, I just had that pin. What did I do with it? Oh, that's what I did with it. It fell off the table and landed on the floor. And God, it's carpeted. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting started. So, I hope y'all had a wonderful weekend. Because I did. Hung out with my granddaughter all weekend. We had a blast. Took her to a Chinese buffet, and I don't think she's ever been. I guess it's one of those things that Dad don't like, so they'd never been. And she was just blown away. She's like, "You mean I can get and eat all that I want?" I was like, "Yeah. If you can eat it, you can get it." Oh. So did anyone get, I did not get anything. I was safe this weekend. Did anyone get anything this weekend? Any new diamond paintings bought this weekend? What events is everyone in? You know, because of course I'm in the Phoenix Fantasy and in Darkness Blooms. So I worked on Lost Child a little last night. And then today I'm working on Phoenix Fantasy. So just kind of going to be flipping them back and forth. Seems weird with no light pad. Because I'm so used to working with a light pad. Alright. I'm trying to figure out where I'm off at, because I was off. One drill. Okay. And there. There we go. I'm heading up there, guys. I'm right here. And I went out because I was going to take my rocks out of the tumbler today. And the tumbler wasn't moving. It was just humming and it was hot. So I'm glad I bought the new one, because evidently that one was on its way out. So it looks like you get a year per, you know, you get a year's worth out of those. But they're running 24/7. So I don't know if this froze up just, last night or the day before. So I'm going to go ahead and run them the rest of this week, as I just got the new tumbler in. And I'll run them the rest of this week, and then I'll take them out and rinse them off on Saturday. Saturday is going to be a busy day, guys, because my daughter's coming up, and we're going to change out these window vinyls. And then I'll show you the picture of those when they get here, because that's going to be really awesome. And I may do a little short what I got over the weekend video, just to show you the haul that I got over the weekend at the Mystic event, because that was quite interesting. And I was kind of taught how to work on my chakras. And I do have to say, because they unblocked them, they said they were all blocked, and I pretty much knew they were because of how bad I felt. And I also found a place that could, work out the pain in my shoulder. And I just got I can send my doctor an email, and I just got the thing from it goes to like a central hub where someone sits there and reads it, make sure you're not going to cuss your doctor out. And then they go, okay, this is a valid email. I'm going to forward it on to your doctor. And what I asked for was a referral to the massage place. So it was like, yes. Because when I told her what my shoulder was doing, because yes, I still have that shoulder pain, she was like, does it do this, this, and this? And I was like, yeah, exactly. And she goes, well, I know exactly what it is. And yes, I can fix it. Not here, because it takes, about a whole session. So not here, but yes, I can fix it. You just need to make an appointment with me at the, at the massage studio, and I'll get you in, and I'll get you fixed right up. So I am just waiting for the call back, or the referral, the thing back from my doctor saying yes, your referral's been put in. And then I'll give her a call, because I have her info. And I was just meant to meet them people. And her husband's the one that does your chakra alignment. And he was like, yeah, yours is just like, he said, every one of yours is blocked. He uses all kinds of tuning forks and that sort of thing. And so I did do that. And then he told me, he said, get on YouTube. He said, find some chakra. He said, because it'll resonate with those chakra meditations. The music in them has different tones. And it's the different tones, just like the tones in a singing bowl, that align your chakra. And he goes, find one for unblocking and, healing your chakra. And listen to it as you're going to sleep. And man, been doing that. Feel great. And came across a tea that, man, for you people that can't sleep, it is the bomb. I mean, you drink that, and in 15 minutes you are ready to just go lay down, say night night, say, okay, I'm going to sleep for a while. And you'll sleep I slept for 7.5 hours, guys, with no pills. No pills. Just drank the little cup of tea, went and laid down, and I was out for 7.5 hours. And woke up totally refreshed. Not feeling druggy, none of that stuff. It was awesome. And it's the coolest tea. It turns it, let me see, what shade? I'd say like your tea looks like an 823. I mean, it's like really wild. Your tea actually looks blue, a brilliant blue. And so I literally, paid $22 for this little bitty teeny package of tea. But I wanted it because I'm not going to walk up to her stall and start taking pictures of her tea bags so that I can, figure out what's in them. So I bought it basically for the recipe. And then last night I spent looking up buying the ones I don't have, because there was some that I had to look up what it was. I was like, what? But I got them all. And take 10, you got some coming to you. You have some coming to you. And she told me you can make this as a tincture. So when I get it, I'll just make it as a sleep tincture. It was like, yeah. But it was this color, guys. Let me see if I can get it with this to where, yeah. That's what color your tea turns. This dark, dark, dark blue. It was like wild. Need more K's. There we go. And I shedded. I hate that. Come on, let me have my hair. Or the hair. Someone's hair. Okay. We'll just move you so you're not holding the hair down there. There, finally. I believe it let loose. That was crazy. The hair was not gonna let go. It was like, no! I'm working on getting my kitchen table cleaned off, and then I'll start doing WIP and chats on the kitchen table. That way everything's a little more spread out, a little less chaotic. Whereas right now, it's a little chaotic. And I only did the one kit up on the Lost Child, but I actually kitted up, I call her the sad girl, the girl who is sitting on the shore of an ocean, at the ocean, and she's just kind of disintegrating, she's kind of holding on to her knees, bent over, and she looks like she's just disintegrating into the wind. And so I kitted that one up to have underneath that big double layer one I got. And I also kitted up, you see, I know, there you are. I also kitted up the Herbalist. I'll go ahead and I'll unbox it and just show you the drills in the kit. But I kitted up the Herbalist. And I figured that way I could, like in between times if I'm tired of working on squares, I think she's around, I could work on her. And Lost Child, I mean, I'm just going to drag that one out because it's a 2-month event. So it's just like work on it a little while and then come to this one. Oh, man. It's like spring. I think spring's going to be almost over. It's just barely started spring and finally got where it's not cold all the time. Really cold at night, and then we're going to be almost 90 degrees like in a couple days. It's like, really, for real. What is what is it, dude? You can't have real spring. Can't have real spring. It's like that. It's just too much. Too much. Too much. Too much. So when I get my rocks done, I'll show you how the rocks turned out. Because I figured that's going to be really pretty. I love the rocks. Love rocks. Because they turn out so pretty. And then my brother's friend, he said he could fix I got a couple of spots in my floor that are really, really kind of waiting for someone to fall through them. And so he was like, oh, I can fix that. It won't take long. I'm going to bribe him with Golden Glade. The faster you get it done, I'll give you this painting. Because I offered to pay him some, and he said he didn't want money. So it was like, okay. And I mean, he just fell in love with Golden Glade. Absolutely fell in love with it. And so and he don't know it yet, but when he gets done, that's what I'll give him. And I'm supposed to get my new mower this weekend, so we'll find out. Okay, I'll go up here to those caves. Go up here to these caves. And on these, I used to have to put a, to get them straight on the edges, I used to have to put a credit card right along there. Did y'all see my little slideshow I made? I was playing with Canva. I was getting creative with Canva. That's something they're beta testing. So I thought that was kind of cool. And my daughter, I did the flyer for the event on Canva all by myself with my daughter walking me through it. So that's pretty interesting. I'm getting, because it was like she works with Canva. So that's pretty cool, pretty cool. And I went over and visited my dad yesterday, and he's doing really good. I've almost got him convinced just to change his internet to the fiber optic instead of what he's got so that he can stream, because he's paying $400 a month for internet and cable. I was like, good God. I was like, you realize that if you was to dump that, you would save so much money. And he's so mad at his doctor because his doctor can't read between the lines. He says, well, I figured if you told them you were staggering when you walked, that they could figure out you were dizzy. And I said, no, Dad, you gotta say, I'm dizzy. He goes, well, these new doctors, he goes, they went to college, they should be able to figure stuff out. I said, that's not the way it works anymore. It was like, because all they got him doing, he's going, how's this physical therapy? He said, yeah, I'm feeling a little stronger, but how's it gonna make the dizziness go away? And I said, it's not until you tell your doctor you're dizzy, and he gives you something like meclizine. It's like, it's like talking to a wall. Talking to a little wall. There we go. So there's my K's. K's are all done. You can see straight lines. Oh, this one's off a little bit. I will just slide that down. And then there's one other spot right there. There, they're all in. Now what's the next one I'm going to do? I'm going to do U. I'm going to do U. Let me put these K's away. Find what U is. U is 3808. At least these Elizabeth words are, worn in, because when you first get them, they are so hard to open and close. And the one I had originally bought had been, let me think here. Gotta think. Had been all the little containers. And so I had to literally buy a whole ton of these big containers so that I could actually use them. Okay, come on. Let me see, let me see, let me see, let me see. Okay, this one. That's mine. Come on. And here's the picture of the druid. And I'm working right up there. Itch. Itchy, itchy, itchy. Itchy kebab. Okay. And maybe right in there. And so when I stop the WIP and chat, I will go out and take the new tumbler out, change my barrels over, and let them start rolling again. And this year, I've got to remember to, in the winter when I'm not doing it because it's, it's cold and I don't want to mess the machine up, to bring it in the house, put it back in the bedroom or something. I think because being out there, it just didn't do it any good. I think the dampness got to it. And let me see if I can. I'm gonna try. Well, that didn't work. There. This way you can see a little more of what I'm doing. Because being up close like we were, you couldn't hardly see unless I was right on it. Right on it. So this month, I'm working on 3, guys. 3. I'm working on, make sure my hair is gone. I'm working on this one. I'm working on Lost Child. And I'm working on Phoenix Rising, which is the tree for Dakota-thon. So I'm finishing up. I keep feeling like a hair. I'm finishing up Dakota-thon. And then I've got this one going the month of May. And then in May and June, I've got Lost Child for Darkness Blooms. And then in August, I'm doing Christopher Colossus, Nude, Crude, and Rude, or Rude, Crude, and Nude. It's something of that sort. But I bought one. Of course, you got to get those off AliExpress or somewhere, because, you can't find very many places that do them. But I got kind of a essential lady in the shower wrapped in a towel. I think this is what I'm feeling. Oh, no, I found the hair. I found the hair. Did I got it yet? There. I think I got it, yes. Now I got you, little stupid thing. I hate hairs when they get in your picture. That would be Taz. He's saying, Mommy, I'm done being outside now. Let me in. When I go on that almost 4-day, it's like you go up on the 26th. And then you camp the night of the 26th, the night of the 27th, the night of the 28th, and then you start packing up on the 20 or the 30th, on Monday, and leave. So it's like a Memorial Weekend camp out. And so they'll be in the backyard with a big thing of water and a bunch of food and They're going to be very upset because they're not used to having to be outside. Their little brains are going to be going, no! How dare she? You know, because they're used to sleeping on the bed with their head on the pillow. And they actually get to where they're under the cover. They think they're people. They're people with fur. They're kind of comical. They're peoples with furs. And my son called last night and he said, the boys are so excited they can't wait. And I cannot believe that he actually, his wife actually talked to the lady to make sure there was going to be no dancing naked around the bonfire. I just died laughing. Died laughing. I was like, no. My son was like, well, I don't care. He said, I'm just going to sit down with them and tell them what they might see and just leave it at that. So it was very, very funny. But yeah, guys, I got, what all do I have in that I got to unbox? I've got to unbox. I got something in from Art Dot, and I got something from Firefly. I got a tray from Fire. I got Bijou Bliss, so I got one of their trays, and then I got my Tidal Wave and my Raven in from Nick's Notion. So I've got a little bit of everything to unbox for y'all. You know, plus my weekend haul, which, I mean, some of it you can't see because, you know, I did a tarot reading, which I was surprised it was spot on. Spot on. And got some insight from that one. And I did actually I walked up to the tea leaf lady, or the tea lady that was selling some just, you know, tea blends, and you could buy a cup of tea. And she just said, you need to go talk to that lady over there. And I was like, what lady? And she goes, that lady. She goes, and she's for real, and she's not going to charge you an arm and a leg. She's actually donations only. So, you know, whatever you want to give her, that's what she'll take. But you need to go talk to her. And so I did. And it was really very interesting because we got to talking. And I mean, I hadn't told her anything on my mom yet. It was kind of some other stuff. And I was asking her, you know, I wanted to know if it was my mom that kicked me out. And she actually told me, she said, no, it wasn't. You saw her. And she was there. And she told you it was your choice. And you chose to come back. And she said you're stubborn, which is true. And that I hadn't learned whatever I'm supposed to be learning. And there's still a purpose for me, you know, still to quit fretting about it. And then she said, you know, did she pass on the way to the hospital? And I was like, yes, she did. And she said, well, what I'm getting is that she had a pain in her chest, and then that's when she left her body. She goes, but I also am able to see you doing CPR on her, and she is above you. I'm seeing it from her perspective, and I'm looking down. He said, so she was like, she didn't feel any of it. She, you know, she's thankful you tried, you know. Thank you for trying. But she didn't feel any of that. And I was like, well, thank gosh. I mean, because it was, you know, bad. And then she said, I'm seeing, and she described my mom to a T. I mean, to a T. And she's saying, I'm seeing this little lady, and I see her walking across a dirt road and going up to a house, and there's a little black dog following her. And she goes, do you live across from each other? And I was like, yes. And she goes, did she ever walk across the road to come visit you? I said, yeah, she would bring a cup of coffee or a cup of ice and, come over and we'd visit. And she goes, well, did she have a little black dog? I said, yes, she did. And she said, well, because we were talking about, the dog breaking in. And, I mean, I didn't even tell her that that was my mom's dog, that the dog, breaking in and all. And she goes, well, I think part of that is she's following your mom. So she said, when the dog shows up, just say hi, Mom. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And then, of course, at the camp out next month, she's actually one of the vendors that will be, oh, sorry, guys. She's one of the vendors that will be there. So she'll be there at the camp out. So I thought that's pretty cool. So I met her and 2 or 3 other ladies that we just kind of hit it off and just kind of walked around and, visited, and that literally are going to be at this camp out. So it was so nice to be around like-minded people. I mean, that sounds weird, but it was nice to be around like-minded people. And they were encouraging me to hurry up and get my stuff off. And they said, maybe with the next one, you'd be able to be in the vendors and actually sell some of your stuff. And I never thought about that. So that's, they said you can make up teas, you can make up tinctures, and sell them. Make up salves. I just put, I don't even know how many more tinctures up. And then I just ordered that other. To make the sleep one. They call it alignment. And supposedly there's something in it that for meditation to kind of put you in the zone. I drink it and it's like, yeah, I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone to sleep. It's like unbelievable, guys. It's like some of the best stuff, and it's so pretty. So pretty. And of course I bought some crystals. Over at the crystal lady, I was just in hog heaven over there. I was like, I like this place. So it was kind of cool. And then of course, the diamond paintings, guys. That lady that was selling the little paint gems for $10 a piece. And I'm not talking a piece for the whole kit. I'm talking a piece for each picture. And it is painted, but I was like, wow. I was totally amazed with that. So keep that in mind, if you do vendor events. She just did some paint gems and put them in little sleeves and was selling them for $10 a pop. And I did make me some business cards with my YouTube channel on it because of the simple fact that, and I made them on Canva too, for the simple fact of, like, when I'm out and about and if we start talking, they're like, oh, what's your channel? And they can't, you know that they're not going to remember, so I could just give them a card. Just give them a card. Now, I'm trying to think of who it was, because I did have one lady that wanted my, oh yeah, the lady I went and got the rock and the tea from in town the other day. And it was her and the co-partner, the one that had the rock store, and then her. And I think they're the ones that joined the other day because she asked for it and she joined right then. And then when her friend came in, she was telling her about it, and that evening, another one popped up. So I think maybe the two of them did it together. I have no idea what my cat's doing over there, but she's being weird. Being weird. I guess that's the name of the game. Be weird. Okay, 12. 12. And that's the 434. And that is the N. All those N's. Cat's being so weird. So weird. Let me see how many. There's only 3 ABs. Oh, she's got a mouse. All right, where are you at? Ends. And I think she just chases them until they're just sheer exhausted and fall over. So I got a cat that's a mouser. I got a dog that takes out snakes. And I'm telling you, when that dog and snake were going at it, it was like, I am not getting in the middle of that. 3-foot snake, 105-pound dog. Yeah, no. Not getting in the middle of that. Well, I'm terrified of snakes, and if he threw it and it landed by me, I'd probably have a heart attack. Just plumb out, have a heart attack. I can't believe the kids are almost out of school for the summer. I mean, it's coming up close. I think that's 4. I don't think that's an N. Where is it? Yeah, it is. Ta-da! It's an N. It's an N. And I'm down to where I almost have just 20% left on my aid. So it'll be done in the next few months. And my brother's friend said he would help me frame it. So I'm like, oh, yeah, thank goodness. And my dad has all the shop equipment, the routers and the saw table and all that. He's got all that. He's got the mitering stuff, so it's just, they don't like me using it by myself because they're afraid I'm going to cut my fingers off. It's like, okay. So it's nice just to have someone to help. Plus, I'm going to watch how he does it, like, really closely. Plus, he said he had a bunch of frames. He said he wasn't using them. He just, when they were, like, on clearance, like super clearance, he purchased them, and then he doesn't have nothing to do with them now. So, he's going to give me a bunch of frames. I was like, yeah, please. They're like, yes, please. Because that's the other thing. Some of the ones that, you know, I want to do them, but I'm not going to rotate them out on my walls. You know, I could go ahead and maybe sell them at an event. So that would be really nice. We're at 41 minutes. I'm trying to make it for an hour. That way, if you just want to listen in the background, get your own stuff out, be doing your own stuff. I know about a lot of people are in events right now, so you can just listen along and be just drilling away. Be a working and lurking. That's me. I'm usually working and lurking. I can't believe it's Tuesday already. It's like, wow, time is just going crazy. Going bonkers. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna put some more in. Used all them already. And I got my nice little cup of coffee over here with my chocolate cake collagen in it. My chocolate cake collagen. Oh, arm. Well, I think you lost it. You need to just keep it. Just need to keep it. It's been raining. We've had more rain. We beat the record for the, I mean, since like, the record was like an 1830 something. And we beat it for the month of May. We've had more rain, like, I don't know how many inches it was in the month of May. I don't think they're ever going to come out and fix my driveway. I think it's done. And my dad's like, he says, well, there's a rock quarry right up the road. He said, I can go get, you know, a truckload and just back it up right there, and we'll just pull it out and fill in those holes, and then probably get some concrete and just make it real runny and kind of pour it over the edges so that it won't wash away again. Is what we're thinking of. So that way we can level it out so it's not all doing the Baja 150, you know, going whoa, 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 go up and down the little humps. My alarm clock, or not my alarm clock, but my clock up on the wall. I never know what tone it's going to play. It's got like 30 of them, I think. And she'll sit over there, wherever that little thing is, until it finally comes out, and then she'll get it again. But she was chasing it everywhere. Using it kind of like a toy. And it keeps her occupied and out of trouble. And she is like, she is working it. She is working it, guys. She's like, I got these little toys and they run. But yeah, it's been... And I forgot the tent at my daughter's, so I was like, when you come up this weekend, I've actually got to make an appointment with her. She's like, let me put it on the calendar that I got to come out there and do that. And then we're also going to put the chair together, because I got the chair. We're going to put the chair together. And my son, the same place I was at this last weekend, is where they hold the car show, the antique car show. And so he'll be there with his antique 1966 Thunderbird. I guess she finally got it out of there. Ooh. So yeah, he's got an OD. He's got the suicide doors on it. And everything. And then, did anyone use that 25% coupon? There's hardly anything in Diamond Art Club, man. It's like, yeah, slim pickings. But I did get Wishing of You and Country Christmas. You know, because 25% off is a pretty good deal, so got those. And then no more sizzles until those are paid off. No more sizzlies until those are paid. And then plus, you know, being in an event like that, I was getting an idea of the prices, you know, that you could sell your stuff for. So it was very interesting. You know, I saw some awesome. Saw one where some guy took the shoelaces on tennis shoes. You know, he had all these tennis shoes, and he took the shoelaces on tennis shoes and somehow got it to where he could put crystals on them. I mean, not little bitty chips, but like pretty good sized crystals on the shoelaces. That was pretty cool. And then he made a perfume, and oh, wrong. I don't even know where I got that color. I picked it up from here, but it's not the right one. Let's put it out on the floor. But he took the shoelaces and put the rock, you know, the crystals on them, and then he made his own cologne and his own perfume. Of course, I told him, I said I'll probably like the cologne more than I will the perfume, and I did, because it was more of the earthy scents instead of the florally scents. The perfume for women was real, you know, sweet and florally, and I'm more of the sandalwood and patchouli and amber and, you know, sage. And he was like, wow, okay. So it was a wonderful time. And let's see. Oh, one other. I got the herbalist kitted up because I really want to get her up by my herbs. I think that would just be really cool with her being right up by my herbs. And I do, guys, I really do need to vacuum. Need to do some vacuumage. Really need to do some vacuumage. That sounds like she got it out of its little hidey hole it's in, because she's chasing it all around again. You'd think they'd figure out. That, you know, that she's gonna annihilate them. Yep, so I will let y'all see how far I've gotten. Do, 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 do. It's like do, 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 do. Cat, you're falling down on your job. I have to let the doggies in. Put the new tumbler out there and just pop those drums on it. So basically I'm going to have 6 drums and 1 tumbler because I think the other one's just shot. It was seized up. Yeah, it said, I'm going to seize the day. And he was seized up. And quite hot. So that is where I'm going to stop it for y'all. I mean, I'll keep going later, but that is where I'm going to stop it for y'all. And thank y'all for coming. As Christopher says, do all those YouTube things, you know, hit like, hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because we will be back with more. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for coming. Y'all have the rest of the wonderful week. And remember, I do a live on Thursday at 2 p.m. Central Time. So that'd be 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and I think 12 or 11 over on the West Coast. So, I love y'all. Come back. And y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.